You know what's funny? Back in 2012, when Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy wrapped up, DC was quick to get things rolling. Next to Batman, it's gotta be Superman. But wait, people are finally starting to take superhero movies seriously now. So let's keep this going. The Dark Knight was, well, dark. Let's make Superman serious, or more mature, or heavy and harder, like steel. We'll call it Man of Steel. Whoa, wait. Man, that neck snapping scene was a little, oh, who am I kidding? That was pretty dark. Oh wait, we have Batman vs. Superman already here? Okay, let's,
No one stays good in this world.
Cheer up, Superman. Cheer up a little bit.
Save Martha!
No, this is too dark, Martha. It's too dark, Martha. Martha! We really need to lighten things up here. What's your opinion, Dr. Crane?
For my opinion, you need to lighten up.
What is it with you villains and fire? First it was you, then it was the Joker, Bane with the nuclear bomb. I mean tone. You need to tone it down a bit. Don't put up a wall between dark and lighthearted stuff. Tone it down a bit, okay? There you go. Aquaman gets it. Who knew Aquaman would be so cool? Alright, so what else do we got? Shazam!
Dude, did you see that?
Yeah, you electrocuted a bus and almost killed these people.
And then I caught it!
Hello everybody and welcome to Llew's Reviews, and in this episode I'll be taking a look at DC's next superhero to hit the big screen, Shazam! What's great right now is that DC is on a roll. Aside from Batman and Superman, other superheroes from their roster are really starting to get recognition that they deserve. Wonder Woman starring Gal Gadot. Last year's Aquaman was a huge hit, a surprise hit, becoming one of DC's most financially successful superheroes ever, rivaling that of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Oh, why? Why did you have to remind me of Green Lantern? Why? Ryan Reynolds doesn't even remember Green Lantern. I don't think he's even seen it. Then comes along Shazam, the story of a boy who inherits the powers of an ancient wizard, which, saying his name, actually gives him godlike superhuman abilities and a brand new bod, a well-toned Zachary Levi body, who battle an ancient evil that coalesced with the sins of humankind, played by Mark Strong as Dr. Savannah, who, by the way, plays a very strong villain. I wasn't expecting to like this villain this much. Speaking of doctors, it does feel like a funny case of Doctor Strange on steroids. I'm just kidding, not really. But it does feel like DC is not taking itself so seriously, at least not in the recent films, and taking a few pointers from the MCU films, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because at the end of the day, if you could tell a fun and exciting story with a lot of humor and heart, which feels fresh as an origin story, where can you go wrong? Both Asher Angel and Zachary Levi do an amazing job of the young boy in a man's body. This sounds a lot like Big. Hi Tom. His name is Billy Batson, a runaway kid moving from foster home to foster home with a personal agenda of finding his long-lost mother. His new home is filled with colorful characters, which includes the very funny and very informative Freddy, played by Jack Dylan Grazer from It. Wow, this kid is growing. This would be his second movie in which he stars in a film that is pretty much a love letter to the 80s. First was It, and now Shazam, even though it takes place in modern times. Jack's character Freddy is hilarious, in which he does give a lot of exposition, but in a very meta kind of way, giving insight on what it means to be a superhero because of all the books he reads, comic books. But one of the struggles here is that Billy is just a boy, which does not work in his favor when he eventually has to put on the big boy pants and actually be a hero. What was really fun for me is that this movie kind of reminds me of Raiders of the Lost Ark or some Steven Spielberg films. See, 80s references? In which you got yourself here a fun-filled, adventurous action film with mostly kids in it, and then you sneak in some pretty intense adult situations that can be rather horrifying. There are some surprisingly adult themes in here. If you're paying attention, you'll spot it. But in the subject matter of magic, it's almost inevitable that you're gonna encounter some dark subject matter. Thanks a lot, Harry Potter. And that's where you get a strong performance from Dr. Savannah, balanced out with some lighthearted humor from all the youngsters in this film, which overall made Shazam a very well-rounded, very fun, very humorous, and at times intense superhero movie. But it never loses its good, pure heart. Are you really pure of heart, Billy? Are you really? Really? It's like a Spielberg film. It's like The Goonies, but with superheroes. With that being said, I'm gonna be giving DC's latest film a very good 4.5. Lightning bolts. Zeus's lightning bolts. 4 of them. Well guys, there you have it. I hope you liked this video. Just look down, like and subscribe and you'll be good to go. And then I will see you next time. Toodaloo!